Last time on Bristangolia's Mongol Rally, we got to Uzbekistan and tried driving through it as quick as possible. We fixed our roof rack, Beauty in the Breakdown broke down, our bowels struggled, we made it to Samarkand, left Team Haggis and got to Dushanbe where we lost our convoy.
This is not your regular road trip. Across 1/3 of the world in a Fiat Panda. This is Bristangolia's Mongol Rally.
Today's the day, day 39, it's time for the Pamir Highway. We've been waiting for this for quite a while, haven't we? Yeah, it's going to be a rocky road over the mountains, but I think it's going to be good.
We were supposed to go with Beauty in the Breakdown, but we lost them literally 10 minutes ago.
We were trying to find a massive flagpole,
can you hear us?
And they couldn't stay in touch with us on the walkie-talkies,
So we're going to go on our own and hopefully we'll find them on the way.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, because they got loads of eggs.
Oh! Hello, can you hear us?
So we left Dushanbe on our own, ready to start the Pamir Highway, but hoping we'd find another convoy soon.
Our Sumgar was still rattling around, but we decided to carry on.
Say hello to my little friend. Cost me just over £1.
Nice.
I didn't want to get a massive one, but like it's a good one.
It's good. It sounds,
yeah,
I guess.
Smack it. That's how you know a good watermelon, when you smack it.
This is where our journey ends. This is where we must part and keep our memories in a hidden place. Am I foolish, stubborn heart in a secret space? Am I foolish, stubborn heart?
After a long drive, we finally made it to the start of the Pamir Highway.
We finally made it. We're on the Pamir Highway, the M41.
Legendary M41.
If you found this footage,
We have awesome.
yeah, tell our families we love them, please.
This is where goodbyes get so
This road is the second highest international road in the world, but that didn't sound too scary for us or Crash Bandicoot.
to you. Before we disappear.
The Pamirs didn't disappoint. Incredible views and shit roads, just like we expected.
The first day, we barely made a dent. After about 20 kilometers in an hour, we decided to set up camp.
First stop in the Pamirs, we found a great spot to camp.
Pretty sick. Pamir Highway. That's pretty good going.
Yeah, got a good setup too.
Just the start now. There's way more to come.
We got back on the road early in the morning to get as many kilometers under our belt as possible. So even in the Pamirs, there's fuel.
Run by kids.
Might be the nicest petrol station I've ever been to though, look at this.
I like the bench too. It's a very nice bench.
It's a great bench.
As time passed, we were really wanting to find another team. In good Mongol Rally spirit, it's not only more fun to have a convoy, but it's also a lot safer, and anything can happen on the Pamir Highway.
Traffic jam on the Pamirs.
That refreshing Fanta taste! And just when we needed a break, we found the Pamir Highway equivalent of a theme park, an abandoned bulldozer. Although the situation is stable now, it's not rare to see landmine signs in Tajikistan, and many old landmines are still active.
Okay, so we're currently driving alongside the border to Afghanistan, being that river down there.
That is Afghanistan.
And over there is Afghanistan. We are now looking at Afghanistan.
And then suddenly, out of nowhere, somewhere along the Afghan border, we found another team.
After 2 days on our own, we bumped into Team Lost Brides and set up camp with them.
It's 6:30, so it's rush hour. Rush hour, Pamir Highway. Campsite for the night.
Thanks, Jeeves.
So this is where we camped, and over there, those mountains, that's Afghanistan.
So we made it a mile down the road before the Lost Bride's exhausts come off, and our sump guard is now bent out of shape a lot, so it's scraping on every rock bigger than this. But in true Mongol Rally fashion, there's worse places to break down. That's Afghanistan.
Shades fall at feet. My heart skips and I sink a bit. The earth is catching fire.
Even though we tried our best efforts to reattach the sump guard, guess what? It fell again.
After reattaching the sump guard for what felt like the 10th time, we got back on the road.
It's gonna pick him out.
Dusty out here. So we're driving around the Pamirs and we're like, oh, we really need to look at our sump guard, what are we gonna do? Look at this. Look at this. Look how perfect this is.
That boat is so bent, it's not even bent anymore. That's something
That's being
else.
held on by sheer will
Yeah,
alone.
but if you look at it from this side,
Is it even worse?
But the exhaust seems to be holding fine.
I think it's the sun card holding it. The closest thing to shower we get.
My heart cracks open and the ocean pours out.
You can't go 10 minutes without the roof rack falling off or something, and now one of the bolts just fell off, and the wood we had also fell off.
In these environments, you just don't have a choice. You've got to fix the problems with whatever you've got and keep going. Cable ties and tape usually do the trick.
Rally engineering.
Yeah, take a picture.
30k an hour. That's some sparks there.
That's what you need, clean feet.
Oh, look at me, I went to the bar.
We're gonna bar, yeah, I can fill up glasses. After a quick shower, we kept driving for a couple of hours.
Campsite number 3 on the Pamirs. It's looking pretty good.
Next week on Bristangolia's Mongol Rally, we wake up in the cold Pamirs, scramble up mountains and break down a couple more times. We get creative with the sun guard, again, and we get really high.
Dude, it's so high right now.
Finding new problems with crash. We cross into China and make it to the top of the Pamir Highway, whilst I get altitude sickness, crossing into the next country, Kyrgyzstan.